Multisel International vimezindua mpango wa utoaji mafunzo ya zima moto kwa wanafunzi na wakuu wa mashule, kuwapa mbinu za kuzima moto kwa njia fanisi na ya haraka iwapo watajikuta wakiwa katika hali ya kufanya hivyo. Mpango huo umezinduliwa katika shule ya Baptist High School Nyanama. Shule nyingi zimekuwa zikikumbwa na tatizo la mioto kuibuka mashuleni, hali inayosababisha mali kuharibika na vile wengine kupoteza uhai. Wanafunzi watafundishwa namna ya kutumia vifaa vya zima moto na namna ya kuondoka katika eneo la tukio kwa usalama wao. Wakati huo huo, wakuu wa shule wamefundishwa namna ya kuepusha hali ya mioto shuleni, kuhakikisha usalama shuleni. Kampuni ya usambazaji wa umeme imeeneza mafundi wake katika maeneo mbalimbali nchini ili wawasaidie wananchi katika maeneo hayo kuboresha mfumo wa mita zao za umeme. Ukomo wa zoezi hilo ni Novemba 24 mwaka huu. Wananchi ambao hawajafanyia maboresho mfumo wa mita zao za umeme wanashauriwa kufanya hivyo kabla ya ukomo wa zoezi hilo kufika, kuongeza ufanisi na usalama wa mitaa hizo nchini, kutokana na ofisi ya umeme kupokea malalamiko kadha wa kadha kuhusiana na mita za awali.
We are trying all our level best to amplify every strategy there is to ensure that all customer meters are able to be upgraded to version 2 to avoid any future inconveniences that may arise as a result of these meters not being upgraded. Because the system we have been using was you vend electricity, you get the 3 key change tokens, then you do the upgrade yourself. But we have observed in the trend that those customers who have not been able to vend electricity for this period we have been in, now the technicians are moving door to door to those specific meters that have not been able to roll over in this period. Now our teams on the ground are moving region by region, office by office, to ensure that these customers who have not bought electricity from January up to now are upgraded manually. So any customer who has just been onboarded, you are not going to go through this same inconvenience of upgrading your meter, because the meter has already come when it is upgraded to the version 2 that is globally accepted. And that's the principle we are moving on. The homes are closed, we can't access these interfaces, but now we have to find a way of ensuring that these meters are rolled over. That's now the challenge that we have. But for customers who are downstream and they are available, those meters have been able to roll. So we want to urge people who are living in urban centers and they have not vended electricity and they know their homes are supplied by UEDCL, please make sure you buy energy.
Idadi ya wahudumu wa afya na wadau wa afya wamekabidhiwa tuzo kutokana na mchango wao katika masuala ya afya ya binadamu. Tuzo hizo za mara ya 5 za Heroes in Health Awards zinalenga kuwapa motisha wahudumu wa afya na kuwapongeza kwa juhudi zao hizo. Waziri wa afya amewapongeza kwa juhudi hizo.
The health sector has over the years changed for the better. Everything in the health sector is changing. And we had a big change during the COVID-19 pandemic time. More investments by government, more investments by partners, more investments by the private sector. And therefore, we are growing. And when we are growing, we don't want to leave behind the most important resource, and that is the human resource. We value you, we love you. You are our heroes tonight.
I think all of us here, including those who are not doctors, let's continue to preach the message of health. We are a poor country, we cannot afford to let people first fall sick. We must really try our best to prevent. if we wait until people fall sick, we will not be able to treat them. So our national strategy should focus on prevention. And that is how Uganda fought HIV/AIDS. You remember the president was the #1 public health worker. He scared the hell out of us, those of us who were very young at that time. He really made life hard for us. At the same time, because none of you, the health workers, knew what it was. I remember Dr. Cotino came to Namiriango and said, there is a virus called HTLV3. I think that's what it was. Whether 3 or 4, whatever it is. But it was HTL. We were scared. Then Philip Bongole Lutaya came to Makerere. For the first time, there was a gathering where nobody clapped.
To acknowledge the work that health workers do, and we're really proud to be a part of this ceremony. The first edition of Heroes in Health Awards did not include the very critical category of community health workers. And since that is the niche of what we do, we were happy to work with the organizers for the second edition to ensure that there was a community health worker category recognized. We all know that these are the front-line workers in the health system, and we're so proud to continue to support HIHA and work in close partnership with the Ministry of Health.
Shirika la kilimo la Sasakawa Africa Association limeendelea kuonyesha dhamira katika kuboresha shughuli za kilimo. Haya yalisemwa wakati wa shughuli za kufanyia tathmini wafadhili wa miradi mbalimbali ya kilimo katika jamii, huku wito ukitolewa wa kuboresha vipato vya wakulima. Vile vile, swala la kuwapa ujuzi watumishi wa kilimo wa ugani nalo lilijadiliwa, na swala la kuongezea thamani mnyororo wa kilimo pia.
So we are focusing on certain practices such as minimum or reduced tillage to ensure there is minimum soil disturbance, and that also helps the soil to retain nutrients and water. Another practice we are focusing on is cover cropping, then intercropping, crop rotation, to ensure that at least whatever the farmer does, there is nutrient use efficiency within the plots they are working with. There are those that are in production, post-harvest handling services like cleaning, shelling, drying, and then marketing services. The CCBF can as well be a chain of a market command. So through that model, we see that farmers are able to access the different services at the different steps of production.
So, as long as our farmers, they are well equipped with good agronomic practices, post-harvest handling management, crop field management, they are all okay, and they are assured of their produce are on good conditions. I'm sure at the end of it all, they will get what? Market.
I've seen some improvement through this. They have trained me how to use these organic manures. There is some change. For sure, I see there is improvement. So let's start. Sasakawa would be, I support.
The PDM beneficiaries under Sasakawa uses the fund to buy all that fund, help them to buy those seeds so that they can acquire good quality seeds and improve their yields. I thank the government who brought that program, which helped our farmers to improve their lives.
To be a winner, you must have the discipline of a tiger. But when fueled with MJ and Momo, winning is easy. Simply get your phone and use the Momo app or dial *165*3#, enter merchant code, enter amount, enter your Momo PIN, and pay. Go, Ngula! Congratulations. Hey! Your car is happy, and now you stand a chance to win mobile money with MTN Momo.
Uganda, are you ready to kick things up to the next level? The Uganda National Lottery brings you Sports Stake 10. Predict the results of 10 football games and win big. With tickets at only 500 shillings, join the fun and make your predictions count with Sports Stake 10. Sports Stake 10, your ticket to football glory.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
The Ministry of Health informs the general public that there are some cases of Mpox detected in Uganda. The ministry, working with partners and affected district local governments, are doing their best to contain the situation. The signs and symptoms of Mpox are body rash, fever, general body weakness, headache, sore throat, nasal congestion or cough, and swollen lymph nodes. You can prevent yourself from getting infected with Mpox by avoiding close contact with people who have been confirmed to have Mpox or who have signs and symptoms of Mpox. Avoiding touching or sharing personal items like beddings, eating utensils, phones, or other belongings of a person who has the signs and symptoms of Mpox. Avoiding contact, including eating, with all wild animals, alive or dead, especially those known to carry the virus, such as rodents and monkeys, and those that appear sick or have been found dead. Getting vaccinated if you're among those who have been identified to be at high risk of Mpox infection. Mpox is treatable and usually goes away after 2 to 4 weeks. However, it can be severe, causing even death, especially among children, pregnant women, and those with other health conditions. For more information and support, contact your nearest health worker. Call the Ministry of Health's toll-free line on 0800 100 066 or send a free SMS to YouReport on 8500.
Tunaendelea na taarifa hii ya habari. Hii ni UBC TV. Shirika la IGAD Center of Excellence linalojikita katika juhudi za kudhibiti vitendo vya ukatili katika jamii mbalimbali kwa ushirikiano na asasi za kiraia vipo katika mchakato wa kuwashauri waandishi wa habari namna ya kuepuka changamoto mbalimbali zinazowakumba kutokana na namna wanavyoandika habari zao. Juhudi hizo zitawasaidia kujifunza kuandika habari kwa usahihi wake.
Very key actors in terms of pushing for the counter and alternative narrative. The civil society working with the communities below on the ground, and the media having the power to disseminate the messages to wider audiences. That is why we felt as the center it is important to bring the civil society and the media together so that one, we can explore and provide a platform on how can they best work together to undermine the violent extremist ideologies, and secondly to develop joint messages which can be used to undermine the violent extremist ideologies. For us, the media is a key actor, and the civil society is an extremely also important actor, and we feel that bringing these two very powerful actors together is going to be a basis of change in terms of pushing for narratives that are going to undermine violent extremist ideologies, and also spread the awareness to the communities and to the world at large on why the two groups are important and working together. So the regional strategic communication workshop is bringing these two key actors together, and we hope that it is going to be the start of providing this platform for these key actors.
We wanted them to collaborate because we wanted particularly the media to understand the challenges and the good work that the CSOs are working, and also CSOs also to understand the role of media in preventing and countering violent extremism. From that, we wanted to create a strong network where there is a strong collaboration in PCV issues, because this particular issue of violent extremism requires a collective approach, a collective responses. every stakeholder has a role to play, and the fourth stage, which is the media, and the civil society organization are important partners in this fight against violent extremism. And we felt that we could not miss bringing them together because they have their invaluable insight and their invaluable experiences that could be shared.
Kanisa la St. John Parish Kauku limezindua maandalizi ya sherehe za miaka 45 tangu kuanzishwa kwa kanisa hilo kwa kufanya matembezi kutoka Gaba hadi Kauku kumshukuru Mungu kwa kuwapa au kuwasaidia kufikia mafanikio hayo. Jaji Catherine Bamugemereire alikuwa mtembeaji mkuu na amewashauri wote waliochangia maendeleo ya kanisa hilo.
So today St. John Parish Kauku has held a health walk in memory of 45 years of existence. This parish has existed for 45 years. Obviously, 45 years ago, it did not look like this. It did not even have this crowd. This crowd some might have been born, some might not have been born. We had generations, we had children up to the grandparents. So we thank God for the existence and the sustenance of the Lord for this parish, and we are celebrating God's goodness. We are celebrating the unity and the shared love and shared values. And we are calling upon people to come on the 1st of December to do a bigger celebration as we commemorate the 45 years of existence.
Historically, all activities of society were built around the church. Health centers, schools, and all development was around the church. But increasingly, it has disappeared and affected the society. We really applaud this parish for coming up with an initiative that can pull people, both those who come to church and those who don't, to rally around one cause.
We have established a spirit of brotherhood, and all Christians are working together, and we are celebrating as brothers and sisters and rejoicing in the Lord.
Huo ndo mwisho wa taarifa hii ya habari kutoka hapa UBC TV. Asante sana kwa kutizama toka mwanzoni.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
There is myths that so many of you live by. If your eye is twitching, it means you're going to see someone you like. If it shines and rains at the same time, it means a leopard is giving birth. If your hand is itching, it means you're going to get money. If you see an